Hey everybody, it's BlubbLPs, and welcome to a very lengthy update video. First things first, I request that you watch the entire video from beginning to end. I'll try to get through everything as quick as possible, so I'm not taking up much of your time. But every one of these things connects to the next thing, so I don't want to have any questions about what's going on here. I'm basically going to answer all the questions that I've been asked for the past several months. First things first, really, same with every update video. I request that you follow all my social media links because a number of these questions that have been asked, I've already stated on Twitter and Facebook, and I've also said in live streams on Twitch TV. So, any social media links you've got, all those links are in the description. If you've got it, please follow me on those. And if you don't have any of them, please at least consider making a Twitter, because it's free, it's easy, it's quick, and it's definitely the best way of keeping up with not only me, but any of your favorite content creators. Like, if you look right there on the screen, you could try to follow me and then all these related channels. There's like Dominic, Ultranick24, they had Chuck Conroy, Sully Pones, PK Sparks That Hotness, Cobana9456. You probably know all of them. They're all friends of mine. Well, except Chuck, I never really spoke to him, but anyway. Point is, you can follow all of us for updates on videos, streams, just personal life, etc., etc. So just go ahead and follow us. And aside from live streams, it's the best and easiest way of getting my attention and getting as quick of a response as possible. Even faster than leaving comments, believe it or not, because I get a lot of comments throughout the day, throughout multiple videos. But on Twitter, it's literally a list right there. I click my notifications, boom, I see them all. Now, anyway, speaking of live streams, I'm officially partnered on Twitch. Thanks to so many of you for supporting me over this past month in particular, because I finally got an application accepted. I've been applying off and on for the past 2 years with no luck, but I finally got partnered on Twitch. So what does this mean? Basically, you can now subscribe to me on Twitch to not only directly support me, but you can also take advantage of having some custom emotes that I'm going to have in the Twitch chats. You can see a couple of them on screen right there. And right now, as I speak, I'm at 10 subscribers. Well, technically 11 because you automatically subscribe to yourself. But basically, the point is I'm trying to get to 25 subscribers so I can get more emotes. That's not my rule. That's Twitch's rule. You have to get to 25 subscribers in order to unlock more emotes. And then the more subscribers you get, the more stuff you can unlock for your subscribers. But basically, subscribe to me will not only give you those custom emotes in the chat, above all else, you'll have better odds of playing with me when I do live streams. I'll be having live streams scheduled for specific days of the week, but there will also be random live streams I do where subscribers may be the only ones I play with, or just have better odds of playing with me depending on what I'm doing. So if you want to directly support me, you want to get all those extra perks in the chat, you want to be able to play with me more often online whenever I do live streams, etc., etc., go ahead and do that. And subscribers will also get a better chance of trying to be in videos of mine as far as, oh, if I want to do a Pokemon Wi-Fi battle, I'll be doing subscribers only or something like that. It'll be random, but I want to try to do that at least twice a week to give thanks to whoever's subscribing to me. It's just an extra little perk. Now, above all else, I want to make sure that you know subscribing on Twitch is not required. You're not going to get any extra content. You're not going to do anything besides get better odds of playing with me. Because if you're going to directly support me, I don't want to say it's an obligation, but think of it as I really want to give back. So, what's the easiest way to give back? Have you guys be more personally involved with whatever I do. Like I said, you get all those perks to have a better chance to play with me. You get emotes, etc., etc. So, you get far more than non-subscribers get. Anyway, speaking of going above and beyond for support, I'd like to thank everyone who has already pledged to me on Patreon. I have not done a video about me having a Patreon yet, and if you don't know what Patreon is, let me give you a full rundown, starting with just a quick backstory as to why I even created it. So I'm going to tell you why I created it and then exactly what it is. So let's start off by just saying, considering my size as far as subscribers and followers, etc., etc., YouTube and Twitch are definitely not the most profitable job/career choices. So in order to do all this full time, I'm just going to come right out and say that I would like an extra push to make sure that I can keep doing what I'm doing instead of getting a full-time job and dropping all of this entirely. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that's a possibility. This all started off as a hobby back in 2007, but it quickly became a career as of 2012. So right before I even graduated high school, I was able to get partnership on YouTube. So I've been essentially treating this as a full-time job. Now, even if I got a part-time job, I'll have to either give up on YouTube or Twitch for the sheer fact that I won't have time to do it all. Having a full-time job would be even worse because I could ultimately forfeit both. And again, I'm not exaggerating. Some of you may remember that back when I was doing Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, that was the only game I was doing for several months, and I was only uploading a video a day, and sometimes I skipped multiple days or even multiple weeks of uploading entirely, and I never streamed at all. I never streamed at all because I straight up didn't have time, and I only managed to upload once a day because coincidentally at the job I was at, I was basically allowed to bring my laptop to work, and I would edit and upload videos during my lunch hour. I cannot say I'd be able to do that at most typical jobs. But anyway, several months down the road, I ended up losing my job simply because the business wasn't going well and I already did all the catch-up work they needed me for. And until now, only a handful of people know this, but I got a second job not too long after that was only part-time. But basically, same thing. I did all the catch-up work they needed and business was kind of slow, so they let me go because they didn't need me. They just started doing it themselves because they got all the catch-up work done. So I'm not going to get into what the jobs were, etc., etc. Some of you may know, but it doesn't really matter at this point. All I'll say is that I wouldn't be able to keep up with YouTube and Twitch. Twitch would have to go immediately because live streaming takes a lot of time out of the day. And then as far as editing and uploading YouTube videos, if I'm at work all day, good luck having me record videos at night and still be able to go to work the following day without suffering and then also be able to edit and upload. I just wouldn't be able to do it. And I would much rather do something I love and spend a lot of time putting forth work in something I love rather than go to some very non-dependable job or just deal with people that it just may not work out, you know? So yeah, I'd rather be doing this where I can enjoy something and be my own boss. And after first announcing that I lost my first job, some viewers suggested that I make a Patreon page. And here we go. I'll finally start explaining what Patreon is and why I finally made it. Well, that was why I basically made it, but here we go. This is what Patreon is. It's a special fundraising website designed for a variety of artists, content creators, etc., etc. And you can read all this stuff that I'm scrolling through on screen by visiting the Patreon page link in the description, or you can just type in patreon.com/BlahBlahPeace. But basically, you can donate to me monthly, or anyone you know that's got a Patreon page, and become a patron. So I may not even be the only one doing this. You may want to support multiple people. You can just browse around and see who's got a Patreon page, but basically, since I just do video and live stream content, I'm simply requesting extra financial support. So all this money will go directly back into my YouTube and Twitch stuff, including paying off a computer, paying off like my streaming broadcasting software, etc., etc. It all goes back into YouTube and Twitch first and foremost. Then I have it set to only accept funds once a month automatically. So it's not like I can come back in a second time in the month, take more money from you. Any amount you offer to donate will go through on the 1st of every single month, and I'll receive it on the 3rd or 4th of the month, depending on how long it takes to process. It just normally takes a couple days. Again, by no means is this required, but I do have a list of rewards at the bottom and on the side of the page for helping me reach certain goals. I'll have a Patreon-only events just like I would have subscriber-only events on Twitch. And again, this is just my way of giving back to the people that want to go above and beyond. Now, different rewards include me following you and shouting you out on Twitter, making you a mod in my Twitch chat, having me join you for a video or live stream that you do, like if you want me to just co-commentate in the video or like join you for a Smash battle or something. Whatever you've got, I'll join if you donate that amount, because like, that's the least I could do, really. And again, not required. I really want to stress that this is not required, but I came up with a few ways to show how thankful I am for those that are fortunate enough to support me in this way. And I'm not making you pay for any content at all. I will never make you just pay for me to keep doing what I do. But this is just extra stuff that you can personally become a part of. And money is really a touchy subject no matter how you slice it. So if you're willing to help, the Patreon page is in the description. Once again, patreon.com/BlahBlahPs. And if you don't want to, I'm not forcing you to. End of story. So if you decide to make a pledge, you can look through all these rewards right here, see which ones you want, and then continue, confirm and pledge. You're going to have to type in whatever payment preference you'd like. And this is really weird. I'm going to go ahead and explain this real quick, but it says I'm now an official patron. This is what it's going to look like for you. Now, if I go back to my own page, now you can see that there's one more patron and it went up $1 more per month. I don't know why, but you can, for some reason, donate to yourself. Now, this is weird, but I guess it's really a good thing, so I can explain what goes on. But basically down here, I can see the top patrons, and I could just look at everybody. And even though it says there's 6, one person's not showing up, which is this person right here that I just know who it is. I don't know why it's not showing, but it seems that's the only time there was ever a problem was with that one person. But anyway, if you ever want to cancel out on your patron, it's really easy. Just edit your patronage, delete pledge, hit yes, boom. It's gone. So again, it only goes through once a month at the beginning of the month, and canceling it is just as easy, if not easier and quicker to get rid of if you have to bail out at any time. So again, 3 key things. 1, it's not required. 2, whatever you do, I will give back to you with that amount. 3, I will list your name on my Twitch channel right underneath the top patrons so that you are always credited at all times from here on out. Now finally, moving on to daily live streams. I have touched on this in the past, but now I'm going to just have it all set in stone, so we're set to go. I may be able to stream once a day or not at all, but the general idea is that if I'm capable of streaming, I want to do the following games on the following days, since there's some of the most requested games for me to do on my channel, and they'll be hosted on YouTube and Twitch. I'm mostly going to be reading the Twitch chat, not even bothering with the YouTube chat, just because it straight up sucks. But you will be able to see the stream later, because I'm going to archive it on YouTube. But anything that's not the following shows, they will be Twitch exclusive, and I will only upload like highlights and stuff. I will not upload the entire thing to YouTube. This is, again, something for people that mainly follow me on Twitch, so that you can be involved live, and bada boom, bada bing, I'll upload the interesting stuff rather than a whole 8-hour stream where you probably would have only been interested in, like, I don't know, 10 minutes. So anyway, moving on, the actual live streams. And I've already done all but one of these in the past. So Saturday is known as Splatter Day. I'm going to be playing online matches with people on Splatoon. I'm just going to accept friend requests at the beginning of the stream. I'm going to stop halfway through, add some more people, and just call it quits after a little while. But I'm going to try to play with as many people as possible. Then on Sunday, I'm going to do Smash Sunday. I'm going to play Smash Bros. for Wii U and 3DS with viewers. Primarily Smash Bros. Wii U. Like, I want to say 80% Smash Bros. Wii U. Just because it's the far superior version, and I hate the circle pad with a passion. But so many people requested last time that I do 3DS with viewers too, so I'll start adding people on 3DS as well, but it's going to take more time, and it's just not going to be as quick. So because of that, 3DS is going to be minimal, but I'm still going to do it for those that don't have the Wii U version. That's honestly just the best I can do with Smash Brothers without making it take all day and getting like no battles in. Moving on to Monday, I have not done this yet because I'm still working on it. You can see a bunch of Pokemon boxes scrolling through the screen right now. Pokemon Day. Yes, every day has its own little pun except for like a couple. But anyway, I'm going to be doing Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battles with viewers. This could be one-on-ones, this could be teams, this could be free-for-alls, it could be UU, OU, Uber, whatever. Anything but Little Cup, really. I'm still working on making more Pokemon, and I want to get as many as I possibly can because I still never updated my system yet. So I'm still capable of doing this QR code Pokegen thing. Long story short, if I update, I can no longer create Pokemon at will within a few minutes. So I'd rather get as many as I possibly can before I update and start battling with you guys. Now, moving on to Tuesday. I've already done this once. Mario Kart 8 Tournament Tuesday. Simply put, I'm going to type in a tournament code at the beginning of the stream. You can join in on the fun. And I'm not going to do any of the DLC courses. So this will be open to everybody. Because if I did any of the DLC courses, anybody who doesn't have the DLC courses will kind of be left out. So I'll probably do tournaments afterwards. Like later on in the day or later on in the week where we'll actually do all the DLC courses. But for the main show, Mario Kart 8 Tournament Tuesday, no DLC, it's open to everybody. Moving on to Wednesday. Wednesday will be Cards Against Humanity with viewers. I'm going to add viewers to a Skype call so that they can play because it's just one of those games where you have to talk to each other. It's just so boring if one person is sitting there talking to themselves, reading out all the cards. But if we have the reactions to everybody playing their cards, it'll be a fun time. If you don't know what Cards Against Humanity is, let me just say it's a pretty rated M game. So for the easily offended, not the game to watch. But it was heavily requested, so I made a day for it. Moving on to Thursday. Thursday, I'm bringing a trend along. Throwback Thursday. Throwback Thursday is basically going to be me playing a game of my choice. It's not going to be online. It's just going to be a playthrough of a game where I either LP'd the game years ago, or I never finished an LP of it, or I never got around to LPing it. So, for example, I just did Luigi's Mansion. I'm going to end up going through the Secret Mansion because people really requested it. But aside from that, I'm going to be doing stuff like the Legacy of Goku series. I might go back and do one of my Pokemon LPs that I never finished, etc., etc. The possibilities are almost endless. There are games that never saw the light of day that some people probably never even knew I even thought of doing. For example, the Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku series, Legacy of Goku 1, 2, and Boost Fury. I had recorded all three, but I only uploaded like half of one LP years ago and deleted it. So most of you probably wouldn't even know that existed if I hadn't told you. Stuff like that I plan on doing on Throwback Thursday. Now, Friday. Fan favorite Friday. Throwback Thursday is where I get to play my game of my choice and there's going to be no online. Fan favorite Friday, the exact opposite. Viewers are going to vote on the game to play. We're going to play those games for about an hour or two at a time. And after each session of online play, we're going to create a new voting poll where people can vote on which game to play. This is including, but not limited to, the already existing days. Splatoon, Smash, Pokemon, Mario Kart. Anything but Cards Against Humanity, really. You can even request Mario Kart 7, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, Scare Scraper, Minecraft, League of Legends. The possibilities are endless. Whichever one gets the most votes, that's the one we play. Now, that's basically it for live streams. And again, I can live stream whatever the heck I want at any other times, but those are the specific days for those specific games. I don't have a guaranteed time of day that I'm going to be doing all these. At one point, I said 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time every single day. I stuck to that twice. So, just stay updated for the next 2-3 weeks. We might find an official time schedule that works for me and everybody else involved. So, moving on from live streams. Something that I've been getting a lot, and I mean a lot, of questions about. Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Straight up, it's not happening yet. for multiple reasons. This may even be the longest part of the update. Basically, one, I've already got a lot going on. And there's something I haven't even talked about yet, so hang tight for that. But second thing, I haven't even beaten Kingdom Hearts Recoded myself yet. It is the only Kingdom Hearts game I never played and beat before. I only recently bought Recoded for myself. I've always known the story, but I've never played and beaten the entire game myself, and there's no way I'm doing it blind. So, Recoded and Dream Drop Distance are the only Kingdom Hearts games I haven't done yet on my channel. Unchained Key and Kingdom Hearts 3 don't even have release dates yet. So there's no need to rush to get both of these games done if we're probably going to end up waiting a year or more for Unchained Key to come out anyway, and then finally Kingdom Hearts 3. So I will be covering Recoded, Dream Drop Distance, Unchained Key, and then finally Kingdom Hearts 3. Not yet. I'm going to put the road to Kingdom Hearts 3 on hold. I'll get to it maybe in a few months. But again, I may not even start recording Recoded for another 2 or 3 months. And even then, I've decided to record the LP in full before I even upload Part 1. When you finally see me upload Kingdom Hearts Recoded Part 1, I would have already recorded, edited, rendered, and scheduled every single episode. So, this will keep it consistent and allow me to upload one video every single day of Recoded, as well as give me time to work on other stuff, because Recoded itself is going to be very, very editing intensive. For those of you that watch my Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days LP, it's going to work exactly like that. Anything with text box cutscenes, they're going to be blown up full screen. Anything with gameplay, I'm going to have both screens, and if I have to alternate between both screens and switch them to the bottom screen to be bigger on the top, vice versa, I'm going to be transitioning through all that. I'm going to have a background template for each world I'm in. I'm going to cut into all the HD remix collection cutscenes so that they go in the proper place. There's going to be a lot of editing with that LP, just like 358 over 2 days, and it's just going to be time consuming. I'd rather work on that in the background and have it be consistent than spend hours a day editing and then all of a sudden the next day it's not even ready to upload yet. So give me some time. I might not start working on it for another 2-3 months. So maybe around the holidays, I might finally start uploading the game. For those of you that have been waiting for it, I apologize for the delay, but I just think it works best for me, and whatever works best for me is what works best for the channel. That's just as simple as I can put it. While all the editing may not be too difficult, I still have to manually do each transition throughout each video, and simply put, the videos don't make themselves. So I put a lot of work into those. Please hang tight. I'd rather them not be rushed and have them be done well than be very inconsistent and then miss a lot of stuff because I was editing very sloppily. So I've ignored all comments about Kingdom Hearts Recoded. I've been asked about it in literally every live stream. And whenever somebody asks, I tell the chat to answer for me, and multiple people respond. So people have known this simply because I've said it in live streams and because they follow me on Twitter. If you don't do any of these things, you're going to be left out on a lot, because I can't just stop and make an update video every single week about everything that's going on. So try to stay tuned with as much stuff as possible. If you can't watch every single live stream, I understand, but at least try to follow me on Twitter and at least try to catch some of the live streams. And just read the comments before asking your questions, because I might have already answered that question in the comments of that video. So for future reference, that's just a thing that you could do on everybody's channels. It's not even mine. It's just future advice. Not to be mean, just read the comments and see if your question's already been answered before leaving a comment. That's all. Now for probably the biggest part of this entire update. What am I doing aside from live streams if I'm not continuing with Kingdom Hearts right now, and I've said that I'm not really doing too many LPs? Well, I partially lied. This is the first time I'm specifically talking about this more than a brief moment on a live stream, because I might have mentioned this, I don't honestly remember. But while the road to Kingdom Hearts 3 is being postponed, there's been another quote-unquote Road 2 series that I've been planning for a while. As many of you should know by now, I'm extremely hyped for Super Mario Maker. In fact, I actually have some footage from my local Best Buy of the Super Mario Maker E3 event. I'm going to be uploading those over the course of the next couple days, so be on the lookout for those. But I was able to create my own stages and have other people in line try to beat them, and vice versa. Again, those will be uploaded over the next couple days. And I'm calling it now, this is going to be my single favorite video game of all time. I wanted to create my own levels or just see levels in different perspectives since I was like 6. So I've always wondered, what if the power-ups from Super Mario Bros. 3 could be used in Super Mario Bros. 1? Or what if I kind of flipped that? What if Mario 1 was just remade to look like Mario 3 and then you can use the power-ups? Or what if you could create your own levels that look like one or the other? I've basically waited 15 years for this specific game to become a reality. And I plan on doing content of it every day. I don't care if it's a video. I don't care if it's a live stream. I don't care if I'm doing it with friends, viewers, or doing a random challenge I make for myself and downloading random levels offline. I'll be posting a ton of Mario Maker content. That's going to be my game. So, for those of you that know how just eager I am to finish the whole Kingdom Hearts series, wait until Mario Maker stuff comes out. If you plan on getting the game, you better be ready to make some levels for me because I plan on doing as much as I can. I won't be able to go into all the specifics until closer to launch because I don't know every last feature about the game as far as numbers. So just know it's going to be a huge series on my channel and I want as many of you to be involved as possible. So make sure you stay tuned and follow me on all my social media links because a lot of that engaging stuff will be done on Twitch and Twitter, not YouTube itself, simply because of the way YouTube is set up and it'd be easier to do it on Twitter or Twitch. Now, you may be wondering, what does that have to do with the channel right now? What's my point? Super Mario Maker doesn't come out until September 11th. That's over 2 months from now. Well, full months. Well, people making their own Mario levels is nothing new. ROM hacks have existed as long as ROMs themselves. So here's the deal. I'm going to do as many Mario hacks as I can leading up to release of Super Mario Maker, and I'm going to call it, well, the road to Super Mario Maker. I've had this idea basically ever since the game was announced, but I wanted to be 100% sure of its release date before I started, like, announcing, hey, I'm going to do this Road 2 series because I didn't want to do this for like 5 months and all of a sudden like, yeah, 30th anniversary of Mario comes out in November for some reason, probably for the holidays. But no, it's actually coming around the 30th year anniversary, like on the dot. September 11th is 2 days before the first Mario Brothers game. So we're good. We're good. I can do this for the next couple months, no big deal. So I'll be doing LPs of random Mario hacks. I have a few that I can randomly try out. I could just go download, bada boom, bada bing. I'm doing that one. I'm doing that one. I'm doing that one. But I want you guys to suggest specific Mario hacks in the comments below. If the same game is posted multiple times or gets multiple thumbs up, that'll increase the chances of me playing the game. And the reason I say to either post it as many times as you can or thumbs up the comments as much as you can is because I literally can't do all of them because we've only got 2 months till the game comes out. So the more popular requests will be chosen, aside from the ones that I randomly find to do myself. And aside from the live streams and Mario Hack LPs, I may post random Smash Brothers, Pokemon, Splatoon, or any other online games without any kind of designated time or day. For example, I can upload a random Smash Brothers video on Tuesday at 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, and not upload anything else random until Saturday. And I could upload Pokemon on Saturday at like 7 o'clock p.m. No designated time or day for random videos like that. Those will just basically be extra videos that aren't part of any consistent series like Splatter Days, Smash Sundays, etc., etc. So, alright, well, I kept you guys for about 30 minutes, but let me go ahead and touch up on one last thing. Basically, this entire video has been a summer update. But for upcoming games, we don't know the exact release dates for all these, but based on just my interest and requests from viewers and live streams after they were announced, etc., etc., these are games that I plan on covering for both of our sakes. Obviously, Super Mario Maker. Eventually, when it comes out, Star Fox Zero for the Wii U. I've said I never want to LP a Zelda game, especially blind, but because it's online multiplayer, if I can find friends that are willing to put up with me, I'll be willing to do The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes on the 3DS. Again, I want to find people to do a co-op of this with. I will not be doing this by myself at all. So I have to get a guaranteed second and third person to play through this game with. And if I can't, whole project is canceled. So wish me luck. Anyway, moving on. We've got Yoshi's Woolly World for the Wii U. I've always planned on doing this. And even though it just released like overseas, like in Europe and all, we're not going to get it for a couple months here in North America. So if you guys really want to see it from me, I plan on doing it. If you really don't want to see it, just let me know. But as of now, people are still interested in it, and I'm still interested in it. So I'm going to go ahead and LP it. Moving on, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon for the 3DS. I was skeptical about this because I didn't know if I was misreading. But from what I've gathered, you're going to start with one of, like, any of the starter Pokemon based on the survey of questions that you're going to get asked at the beginning of the game. After you get your starter Pokemon and you pick your partner, apparently every single Pokemon up to date will be able to join your team. So just because of that, I'm pumped for this game. I've considered doing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team because honestly, I couldn't get enough of it when it first came out. And I'm not too familiar with the Mystery Dungeon series, Mystery Dungeon. The only ones I ever knew were Mystery Dungeons were Pokemon. I didn't even know Mystery Dungeon was its own thing. But as far as Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, I played a lot of Blue Rescue Team and Red Rescue Team, mostly Blue because I had a DS at the time. So I might even LP that right before Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon comes out. And I plan on doing Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon itself. Moving on. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. Most of you should know I'm a fan of the Mario and Luigi series, just in general. Sticker star? But the fact that it's based on a Mario and Luigi RPG and there are just a couple paper mechanics in the game, great. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a blast. So I definitely want to cover that game. Finally, probably the least hype game for most of you people, but I'm kind of excited for it. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash for the Wii U. Now, not a lot of people played Mario Tennis Open with me, but hopefully this time around, people will play Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. And just like the rest of the games, I'll have a live stream or two dedicated specifically to Mario Tennis throughout the week. I don't think it's going to have a designated day, but I'll say, hey, this week on Thursday, I'm going to play Mario Tennis with you guys. Just for an example. Now, as for anything else, I'm open to requests, but questions about specific games, if it's something I already mentioned in here, I'm going to ignore it. So, if you see anybody ask a question about Kingdom Hearts Recoded, any of the weekly live streams, Super Mario Maker, etc., etc., if the game was mentioned in this video, don't reply to them with an answer. Reply to them with the URL of this video. That's probably the only good thing about Google Plus right now is that I can tell you guys, hey, if people are asking questions that you know were already answered in this update video, say, blah answered it in this video. Send them the link. Boom. That's it. That's all you have to do. Now, with all that said, hope you guys are ready for me to be a little more active. I know I haven't been too active in the past week or so, but that's mostly because I've been trying to prepare all this, as well as just get back on a decent sleep schedule. The sleep schedule is kind of my fault, but the rest I've just been doing stuff in the background, preparing for the future. I'll see you guys later today with another video and or live stream. And I'll see you guys then.